Hello and welcome to Maths by SAS. This is my sixth lesson of D3, chapter number 5, exercise 5C, that is about simple and compound interest. In this lesson, I will solve basic level question number 8. As the questions are long, so I'm reading the questions from the book. So you please also have to read your questions from the book. Before going to the lesson, I just want to say that if you find any difficulty in understanding that what is simple interest, what is the formula, and how to calculate the different components of that formula, you have to watch the previous lesson, for which I'll give the link in the description box. Let me read the question. Question says, a man invests 16,800 in a saving plan that pays the simple interest at the rate of 5% per annum. Find the time taken for his investment to grow to 18,900. Okay, let's once again read the question. That what is this? A man invests 16,800. So, question in the question, 16,800 is the principal amount that he is investing. Okay, and then after certain period at the rate of 5%, that amount has become $18,900. Now we have to find the time taken for this investment to grow from 16,800 to 18,900. We have to find that time. But here the problem is that we are given with the principal, we are given with the interest rate, but in order to find time, we need the interest, amount of interest as well. So how to calculate the amount of interest? For that, first of all, we have to use the formula that amount equals to principal plus interest. Now what I will be doing, I'll be taking away principal amount, original amount, from the amount which is at the end with us, and with the help of that we'll be getting the interest. Okay, so let me write down the formula that amount equals to principal plus interest, and now instead of amount, what we have to do, we have to write 18,900. 18,900 equals to principal is 16,800. 16,800 plus I, and now shift this 16,800 to other side, and I will left with 18,900 minus 16,800 equals to I, amount of interest. Okay, let me take away 16,800 from 18,900 minus 16,800, and this will give me 2,100, or 2,100 is the amount of interest that he is earning. I equals to $2,100. And now what we have to do, actual requirement of the question is the time taken for the investment. Now I'll be using the formula that I equals to PRT upon 100. Now instead of I will be replacing 2,100 equals to principal is 16,800. Rate which is given in the question is 5% per annum. 5% per annum. Time we do not know, upon 100. Okay, now you can cancel these two zeros with two zeros, and I will left with 168 multiplied by 5 multiplied by t equals to 2,100. Now shift this 168 multiplied by 5 to other side, and the equation will take the form 2,100 upon 168 multiplied by 5 and equals to t. 168 multiplied by 5 is 168 multiplied by 5 is 840. 840, 2,100 equals to 800. Okay, time equals to 2,100 upon 840. Now remove these two zeros and divide 210 by 84, and this will be t equals to t equals to 2.5. So the time period for this question is 2.5 years. 2.5 years. I hope you are clear about this question, or you can write the time in the form 2 whole 1 by 2 years. In both ways it's correct. So it means that in 2.5 years the investment 16,800 will become 18,900 at the rate of 5% simple interest, or you can further write the time if you want to, 2 years and 6 months. It's your choice how you are giving the answer. And now let me move to question number 12 and let me read the question from the book. Okay, question 12 says that in certain year James put $600 in the bank and at the end of March. Okay, at the end of March he is putting $600 and $400 in the same bank at the end of June. End of June he is keeping $400. Okay, the bank offers 3% per annum simple interest. Okay, the interest rate is 3% per annum for both the investments. Okay, find the total amount that James receives from the bank at the end of December in that year. Amount that he will have at the end of December in that year. So first of all, we have to read and think about the question again, that there are two investments. The first investment is of $600 and that we are doing at the end of March. So we have to think about that how much time will be there for this investment. From March till December, we will have 9 months for this investment. And coming to the second investment, that is the $400 for this investment he is making at the end of June. From June to December, again we will have the 6 months for this investment. So it means that in order to find the total amount that he will be having at the end of December will be equal to I1 plus I2 and plus the original or the principal amounts in two banks. Okay, in two investments. Okay, let's move to the solution of the question. And for I1, P1 is $600 and time period for this investment is 9 months. Why 9 months? Okay, because he is keeping this investment at the end of March. Okay, so and the interest rate is 3%. Rate is same 3%. Now I have to find I1, that will be equal to P1 R and T1, that is 600. This is the principal amount. Then rate is 3%. Time is 9 by 12 upon 100, and the zeros will be going with these zeros. Okay, and then 6 ones are and 6 twos are, and I will left with 27 by 2, and that is $13.5. I1 is interest one is 13.5. I hope you are clear that I1 is 13.5. Now for the second investment, P2 is $400 and time 2 is 6 months, and rate of interest is, this is 3%. Now I have to find I2, that how much amount he is receiving from this investment. 400 multiplied by rate is 3, time is 6 by 12, and here I have to put the 100 of the formula as well. So this will be going 4 ones are and 4 threes are and 3 ones are. Okay, and I2 is $6. So the total amount that he will be having at the end of December, so amount will be equal to P1 plus P2 plus I1 plus I2, that is 400 plus 600 plus 13.5. This is 13.5. Let me make it clear. 13.5 and plus 6. Okay, 6 and 4 is 10. This is 1000 plus 13 plus 6 is 19.5. So it will become 1119, but let me check it, plus 19.5. This is 1019.5. So the amount that he will be having at the end of December of the same year will be $1119.5. 19.5. I hope you are clear about this question, and let me move quickly to the next question. Let me put a point here clearly because I cannot see, my point is mixed with 5. Let me put the decimal here. Okay, and let's come to question number 13. And question 13 says that a bank increased the rate of simple interest which it paid to the depositors from 3.5% to 4% per annum. Find how much more interest Susan would receive if she deposited 6,400 in the bank for 6 months in the new interest rate. Okay, the question says that Susan has invested $6,400 in the bank for 6 months, and bank has increased the interest rate which is paying to its depositors from 3.5% to 4%, and now we have to find that how much interest she would be getting when she is investing the amount on the new interest rate. Okay, so there are two ways of solving this question. One way is that we have the principal amount 6,400. We are keeping it in the bank for 6 months. Okay, and time period is given in the question, that is 6 months. And interest rates, there are two interest rates given in the question. One is 3.5 and one is 4. We can find the value of the amount of interest with these two interest rates, and we can find the difference in order to find that how much more interest she is getting. Or other way is simply take the difference between the interest rate and find the amount of interest with that difference interest rate. Okay, so let's move to the solution of the question. So the principal amount is 6,400 given in the question. 6,400, time period is 6 months, and which will be equal to 6 by 12 years. Why I'm doing this? Because the interest rate is per annum given in the question. So then what we have to do, R1 is 3.5%. So I1 will be equal to P R T upon 100. Now what we have to do, we have to insert the values. 6,400 multiplied by 3.5 multiplied by time is 6 by 12 upon 100. And now these two zeros can easily go with these two zeros, and I will left with 6 ones are and 6 twos are and 2 ones are and 2 32 times is 64, and I will left with 32 multiplied by 3.5. And let me check the calculation. 32 multiplied by 3.5 is I1 is $112. So I1 is $112. Let me block this answer and say I2 will be equal to 6,400 multiplied by rate is 4, time is 6 by 12 upon 100 of the formula. Again, zeros can go with two zeros. 6 ones are and 6 twos are, and 2 ones are and 2 twos are, and I2 will be equal to 64 multiplied by 2, that is 8 and 12. Now the question says, find how much more interest she is getting. So increase in interest or increased interest will be equal to 128 minus 112, and when I'm taking away 112 from 128, I'm left with $16. So she is getting $16 more if she's making the investment on this new interest rate. I hope you are clear about this question, and for next difficulty level, please catch me in the next class. Watch my lessons, like, share and subscribe the channel, and press bell icon to get the notification of every lesson in time. Thank you very much.